brauche noch mal einen Schluck Kaffee. We need to talk about Google Duplex. You know what I'm talking about? It's this thing at the Google presentation last week when the Google AI talked to a guy on the phone and actually made the appointment for the person who said, okay, make me an appointment at the haircutter.
So how can I help you?
Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
Sure, give me 1 second.
There was a lot of reaction to that last week, like a lot of people freaking out saying like this is not gonna happen because Google has to say that this is a machine, and a lot of people were reacting emotionally on that. I was actually on vacation and I saw that. I was like, oh shit. Did we just pass the Turing test? The Turing test is actually that a human being does not know that this is a machine. Reacting to that by just saying, oh my god, this is too much, Google has to actually say that this is a machine, and so on, is, in my opinion, wrong. It's just a reaction. We need to respond to that, and there is a difference between a reaction, which is mostly emotional, and a response, which is like thought through. So what has happened here? And there is something in the background that is very important. So Google is actually in that AI field since 2012, that's when it started. One of the networks they have, it's called Google WaveNet. And Google WaveNet is actually a neural network that is for deep learning of voice, like how human talks. So the neural net learns by itself language and to speak, which sounds much different than what you usually have in a traditional text-to-speech engine.
Aspects of the Sublime in English Poetry and Painting, 1770 to 1850. Aspects of the Sublime in English Poetry and Painting, 1770 to 1850.
So this is how Google learned speaking. And that's running in the background. So everything you hear, all the stops, all the pauses, all the stuff is based on the computer teaching itself to speak. So the computer learning to speak, that's a huge step. That's big, big, big news. However, this is just like a very narrow field of AI, because the narrow thing Google can do in that case is actually making an appointment. But to see how fast that went from 0 to like making a phone call in the background shows the speed of the development. And this is why you always know the curve I'm showing, this like taking off curve when it goes very fast. It's getting more and more important to not just react to that emotionally and say, oh, this is just for getting lazier and lazier, and this will take all the jobs away and there will no people making phone calls. That's reaction. Pause, look at it, try to understand it, what's happening in the background, what's laying below. There is no one sitting giving the computer actually like what to say. So what is happening, and give a response to that. And then let's see what we can do with it. It's big news, and it feels scary, but it's also exciting at the same time. We talked with a lot of AI experts in the last months. We actually invested in an AI company at Blackboat, so we really believe in that field that is like developing right now. IBM Watson has an AI collaboration tool that we will test and show here. But there's one thing that we should keep in mind. No matter if you like build a neural network, if you're an expert, if you understand everything, at a certain point, even the experts don't know why the neural net is doing certain things. And this is scary, again, and at the same time exciting. I mean, if you see a kid that is learning something new, or a baby that is learning something new, we are usually excited to see that, because it learns something and you don't know why it's doing that, and you're surprised by it. And you kind of have the same with a neural net. And I cannot, like, that's why I feel both emotions at the same time. Scared, impressed, but also like excited. And that's maybe important to keep in mind. So there is an area of AI and deep learning where we don't know what is happening. And this is why this is such a big step. So that's what I think we should talk about. Google Duplex.